Yo guys, so today we're talking about the truth about making money and becoming successful. So we got
Drop
some
down due to
tips
inflation, due to
from
employees leaving. They're going to get bored of the
Hassan
company.
right here.
You're going to get bored, then you'll start working less hard. Eventually, you're going to have a wife and kids, and then
Listening.
naturally, you're going to spend more time on them. So
I'm gonna add my
naturally, you're
input.
literally heading towards you're going down.
Right.
So the only way you can fight this natural gravity is by just literally forcing the motherfucking pace up.
Yeah, completely. Yeah, it's so true for so many reasons.
Yeah.
Because the money will be worth less over time, and also if you're making the same amount over time, you're gonna get so fatigued about it. And
Because then it's just a high-paying job.
exactly, yeah.
It's not as fun.
And if people working with you are seeing the business start progressing, they're gonna find something better. So
Yeah.
you the only option is to progress, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's kind of like when people are younger or when they're quite naive in business, they say, I want to make 10K a month, or I want to make 20K a month, or I want to make whatever number it is per month. But then you realize as you actually do business and you start business, you realize there's no such thing as making 10K a month or 15K a month or 20 or 50 or 100 or 500 or there's no such thing as making a fixed number, because as soon as you start thinking, oh, I make 500K a month, now you start making 320K a month. As soon as you start thinking, oh, I make 320K a month, then you're going to start making 120 a month. You're going to always just drop down if you start seeing yourself as I make this much. As soon as you start having this identity, I make this much money, you just start going down. There's no such thing as you make this much, because especially if your business is still quite reliant on you doing the work, which it is if you're only making 10K, 20K, all these numbers, because you don't have many employees, right? As soon as you just start taking your foot off the gas a little bit, the car literally starts slowing down and then you literally make less money.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
completely.
So there's no such thing as, oh, I make 20K a month. Like, no, you only made 20K a month last month because you pushed hard. And then next month is going to go to fucking 8K if you don't push hard. So it's like, there's literally no such thing. So I kind of came to this realization one day where I was like, the only way I'm ever going to make the money I actually want is to constantly keep aiming for more and more. And it's, at the beginning, it's kind of depressing because you're like, fuck, like I'm under constant pressure for the rest of my life to just keep performing and progressing.
Yeah.
So at the start, it's quite overwhelming, but
What would you say to people that are stuck at like 5K a month, 8K a month, 10K a month, 20K a month? They're just stuck there. Like, what would you say to like break through that, get to those bigger?
yeah, I've helped lots of people scale past that number. And I always say, like, you have to just start thinking way bigger and aiming way bigger, because 12K and 7K and 21K and 13K, they're all like the same number. Like I said, as soon as you think you make 21K, you can easily drop down to 8K again. So you can't think, oh, just because I make 21K a month, I'm better than the guy making 8K a month. Because before you know it, the guy making 8K a month will now make 15K a month, and this guy making 21K a month will drop to 11K a month. So it's like, it's too close to like,
I get what he's saying.
you're not clear yet.
They're still in the same bracket.
Even I feel like I'm not clear yet, you know? I feel like, okay, I'm still like, I mean, I have a lot more money than a lot of you guys will think, but I'm still like in this like area of like, okay, I'm a multi-millionaire, but I'm not clear. Like I need, once you got like, you know,
Like not a couple 100 mil yet.
yeah, I need a couple hundred mil, or I need 100 mil, or I need 80 million. Then I'm like, yeah, I'm clear away from this. Like, I still feel almost like middle class to some degree. I know it's crazy to say that. Nah, not really. That's a bit of an
I
exaggeration.
think that's an exaggeration. There's
That was an
seven,
exaggeration.
seven supercars parked outside. I don't know about middle class.
No, but it's like, let me put it this way. If you're still like almost worrying about the prices of things, to a degree, you're almost middle class.
Fair.
You know, I felt richer almost a couple years ago because I was like, how do I explain it? I went from living in Coventry to moving to Dubai, which is a big city. And like that, my life changed a lot.
Right.
Because it's like a big change, right? From this city to this city.
Yeah.
From having no supercars to loads of supercars. But now, even if I buy a Bugatti, even if I buy a Pagani, even if I move into a bigger house than this, even if I buy a more expensive Richard Mille, right? This was like 180,000, I can't remember how many dollars, but maybe like $180,000. Or one, I don't know, I'll have to check. But anyway, if I buy a 500K RM, it's not going to make me feel richer. It's all the same. I can buy a 500K, it's all the same.
Yeah.
So for me to really feel like richer, I'll have to like only fly private or only wear $4 million watches or something crazy, or like just completely change the kind of people I talk to and, you know, or become super famous on that. I guess that way.
Then you're just completely clear. But yeah,
I'm just trying to make the point, guys, that don't get too attached to the number you're making, and you have to constantly make progress to feel rich, because then you get normalized to that number. So it doesn't actually matter how much you make, because then you start comparing yourself to bigger people anyway. So you never really feel rich unless you're getting richer yourself daily or weekly or monthly.
makes sense.
That's how I kind of look at business.
And what would you say to people that are making like 1 or 2K a month, who just don't really know how to get to that 10K mark? Because 10K, you can do anything you want. You could travel anywhere you want, you can live wherever you want, eat whatever you want. You don't really have to look at the prices of basic stuff. So that's like a super nice place to be, because then it's also a drastic jump from like 1 or 2K. So how would someone get from 1 or 2K to 10K?
Well, it depends if they're making the 1 or 2K a month from their job or their business, I guess. But let's just start with the job. I'll be spending all the money I make from my job on myself. I'll be buying mentorships, coaching, whatever, just to kind of learn more information, get more knowledge. But what I definitely would not be doing is spending that 1 or 2K a month on just clubs and bottles and maybe a Gucci belt. These things you should not do until you're actually quite rich. It's just a waste of money. Like last year, I probably spent like $100,000 on designer clothing. I did a couple YouTube videos and just in 2 YouTube videos alone, I think I spent like 71,000 or 70,000. And then I spent like more money off camera as well, obviously. And I barely even wear it. Like this is just a night jacket. I think I wore this exact same outfit in our last podcast we did.
And that was a different day, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So
They're just sitting upstairs in the wardrobe.
literally a bunch of clothes in the wardrobe. And today, I literally just went to a shop in Dubai called Custom Made Reality from Satori Shuten. I spent like $4,000 on this crocodile Himalayan bag, which is nice. I'm excited to get that. It's
nice.
personalized, customized, it's nice. But
Like that's a good purchase. You'll use that every day for many, many years. Like that's a very good purchase. You can kind of justify that. I mean, even still, 4,000 is a lot for a bag, but you could justify it for sure.
But yeah, back to the point. You shouldn't be spending much money on those things until you already are quite rich. But what I would say to those people is just reinvest everything into yourself. There's no difference between $4,000 in the bank or $2,600 in the bank. Just spend everything you have and just focus on attacking, because you can't save much after you make 1 or 2K a month. The only thing is to get more income. Also, I'd say maybe get a second job, because at the beginning, the more income you have coming in, it just helps you so much in business. You know, don't spend much on clothes. Don't spend much on like flying business class, you know, to look cool to your friends. You know, sure, maybe take one flight once you're making a few grand a month just to kind of experience it. But if you're making 2K a month, you don't need to spend your whole monthly check on one flight.
Yeah.
You know, like that's just stupid.
So like if you had, let's say you have 3K in the bank, how would you spend that if that's all you had? 3K, you want to level up, you want to get to those bigger numbers, you want to invest at 3K, like where do you even put it? What's the smartest thing to do?
There's so many things, right? Like for example, if you're going to get a door-to-door sales job, I'd say buy some nice shoes. That's going to get you more sales. Like that's a good investment. You can get some nice shoes maybe for $100, I'm sure, right?
Yeah.
For sure. So that's a good purchase. Now you have 2.9K left. I'd get inside of New Money, my community. Francis is in there as well, right? I would make sure I have a good laptop, like a MacBook Air. You can get one for $1,000. Maybe buy a second-hand one.
Yeah.
Right? I would, if you're trying to make content, maybe buy an Osmo. It's like a DJI Osmo camera. It's like $400 or $500. These kind of things. That's an investment into yourself, right? Maybe buy a microphone. You can buy a couple microphones for quite cheap. These kind of things.
$200, yeah.
Yeah, like really nice ones, really good quality. I would not be spending my money though on just going to the club just to talk to some random girls. And I just think when you're making 1 or 2K a month, your biggest focus should be like, okay, how can I provide more value to the world so I can start making 5K, 10K?
Exactly.
You just can't save yourself rich. You know?
Yeah, especially with smaller numbers like that. Like
You can never save yourself rich with smaller numbers. Like if you make 2K a month, it's going to take you 500 months to make $1 million. And that's, you know, if the money value stays the same, the purchasing power is obviously going to go down because of inflation. So 500 months divided by what? 12 months in a year. We're talking what? 40 years?
yeah.
You know?
It's not realistic.
It's not realistic to wait 500 months to make $1 million. 40 years. It's just, you're going to be potentially dead by that point.
High chance, yeah.
High chance. If you guys are in your 20s now, like a lot of people die in their 60s.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of you guys are older than 20, 25. So my mindset was always get rich quick and get rich fast. I kind of look at it like, I don't think I've used this analogy much, but it's kind of like, imagine you're, you know, like I watch some UFC fighters or MMA fighters, they're like walking on frozen lakes. And like, you know, sometimes I get like anxious watching these videos of them just like walking on these frozen lakes. Like these Russian guys, like these Dagestan guys, all these people, they're crazy, right? They're just like walking on these lakes and thinking, what if they just fall? Like they might get trapped under the ice and all this shit. But it's kind of like if you're like walking across thin ice or like frozen lake, I feel like the best thing to do is just like run across it as quick as possible. Don't just like jump on it and be like, oh, this part is hard, this part is soft. Like just quickly kind of get through it almost.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the best example, but it's kind of the same thing with business. Like the longer you kind of just stay in that same place, I feel like you just have way more chance of just falling and everything goes crashing down.
Yeah,
You have to quickly get past that number, quickly. If you stay on 5K a month too long, it's over for you. You're cooked. If you stay on 10K a month too long, it's over for you. You're cooked. 20K a month, it's over for you. You're cooked. I just don't know too many people who make 20K a month for 3 years and then they start making more money. I just don't. I think it's way more common. Of course it happens. I just think it's way, way more common for people to make 20K a month and to come way down. Or to make 20K a month and a couple percent of them will go way up. But like no one just stays at 20K a month for very few people stay at 20K a month for a while and then go up.
Yeah.
Because in that time, in those 3 years, like gravity's pulling you down, inflation's pulling you down, competitors are pulling you down, people leaving are pulling you down.
Yeah.
A couple betrayals happen, and now you're like your lust for the game has gone down. Oh, you just won't be able to sustain the same thing for 3 years.
So the only
Simple.
option is just like push super hard, grind super hard, figure out exactly what you need to do to scale, and that's like the only way. Only way is up, basically.
Yeah, man.
Makes
That's what I
sense.
think. Because what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely see. Because the thing is, when you make 10, 20K a month, whatever it is, like you don't need more money.
Do you
That's
want
the
to talk
thing.
about how much you make a month or no?
Not really.
Not rather. Okay.
Yeah, not really. But if you make a certain amount per month and you can afford everything you want, you can get a nice watch, you can get a nice car, you can get nice clothes, eat whatever you want, live wherever you want. There's almost no real point to like make more money. You don't need more money. It's all like it's about like, do you want more money? So it's like, how do you like stop being complacent? How do you push past that? And let's say someone is stuck at a certain amount per month, they do feel a little bit complacent. Like, what would you say to them?
Yeah, I was having this conversation with a friend the other day, and I was just telling them, spend more money.
Yeah.
Spend more money. That friend was Francis.
Yeah.
But no, we were talking about some other things as well, primarily. Francis is killing it. But no, I was saying this to actually another friend as well, not just you, but I was just saying spend more money, like genuinely. Yeah. So I started laughing. But no, like genuinely just spend more money. Because if you don't actually have a need for that money in your bank, or you don't actually use that money, you literally don't need more money.
Yeah.
Like I know, I want to repeat this again because you've been programmed your entire life to think about money incorrectly. But I want to just tell you guys this, and if you just take this away from this podcast, you've got good value already, right? If you don't actually use your money, there is no need for that money. Like let's say right now you have X amount in the bank. Think about the number you have in your bank, right? You know the number. If that number was halved, obviously besides the fact that someone's now stole it from you, that's very bad. Like what? It doesn't change your life. You're exactly the same. You're still in this room right now. Nothing's changed.
Exactly.
So why would you then go and try and make 2x what's in your bank? Like X is your bank. Why would you try and double it? There's literally no need.
It doesn't make logical sense.
Makes
at
no.
all.
Why, as a human being, and it's against your survival mechanism, to go against the easiest path? Your body and brain wants to go through the easiest path of resistance. That's why you have to be kind of weird in the head to kind of really make big numbers, I think.
Yeah.
A lot of people who make it really, really big in life. I'm not talking about like, my level. I'm talking about like billionaires, trillionaires, I don't know, like crazy levels. I think there's something wrong with these people.
Yeah, it's not normal.
It's not.
I mean,
It's literally not normal.
Like you don't need 7 supercars.
No, it's literally abnormal. So, and I think there's a couple things wrong with me as well. Like I'm definitely abnormal compared to most people I've ever met. So the people who are way more successful than me, I think to myself, they're just more abnormal than me even. Because I was still semi-normal when I was definitely quite normal as a kid.
Yeah.
Within reason, right? But I'm saying like these people were like actually weirdos. Like
Yeah.
growing up. I was still like, no one in school would have thought like Hassan's a complete weirdo.
Yeah.
I was still like socially kind of okay, very okay. I'm trying to like explain this well, but I'm just trying to make the point that these people who grow up to be billionaires, they were like very, very odd people, I'm sure, in school.
Yeah, like tech billionaires, probably crazy geeks living in the room all the time, reading books and researching, creating stuff. Like
Yeah, like I was playing PlayStation, I was quite a normal guy.
yeah,
When I was younger. So to answer your question, what would I say to people? I say spend more money, because if you don't have a need for the money, it's almost like you should actually spend all your money. And this is controversial, and I think low IQ people don't understand this, right? So if you're not low IQ, listen and apply this for your life, right? Low IQ people think I'm saying spend all your money on bottles in the club or Gucci. Like that's stupid, because now you're just spending it and getting no return, really. But you should like almost like zero out your bank account. And this is something I'm not even doing right now, so I want to make this clear. Like I'm an honest man, right? I'm not spending enough, nowhere near enough. So like I'm trying to actively spend more as we speak. But you should almost have nothing in your bank. That's what I really believe.
so you have the urgency. You still have
Yeah, buy crypto, reinvest into the business, hire more employees, maybe buy a nicer watch. For example, you already have a nice few watches, of course, but I'm just saying like, just buy on things that potentially could increase your personal brand, increase your reputation, increase your information, increase your access to high-level people, join a mastermind, join a community, join a course, get more coaching. Like I asked one of my high level friends the other day, can you send me a list of things I should spend money on? They sent me a list of 15 things I should spend money on. I need to look at the list again, but they were really good things.
Nice.
Like some of them were like acting lessons. Some of them were, honestly, I need to review the list again. Because I was on a call when I actually told him to send it to me and I just forgot to check it again. But it was a really good list. A few things I don't even want to mention. watching, but yeah, the list was full of good things. Like, that's how you should be spending your money. If right now you have 50K in the bank and you make 20K a month, take that 50K and think, let me just blow all of it like today, tomorrow. And just, then when you spend that 50K, it's going to help you go from 20K to 40K a month.
Yeah.
Just blow the whole 50.
You'll want to push harder, yeah.
It's not even about wanting to push harder completely. It's about the fact that now, because you spent this extra 50, you've done something with the money, whether you've joined a course or program or community and learned extra things. Maybe your sales skills go up by 10%, which is going to help you double your income.
Yeah.
And then now you have 40K coming in a month. Now you have way more firepower, because money are like soldiers. They help you win the battle. It's kind of like, another analogy or saying I have is, you want your money to make babies. Like, you want your money getting pregnant. You want them like making more dollars, right?
Yeah.
You want this dollar to create 2 babies, make $2, and then more and more and more.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you need to put your dollars out there.
Yeah. So I'm going to do that if it's just sat in the bank. So yeah, makes sense.
But the reason why it's kind of hard, I think, for all of us just naturally, is because in school and our whole life, people taught us spending money is bad and saving money is good. So they literally programmed this into us from a very young age. That's why it's difficult to kind of get out of this mindset, because they literally programmed us like this.
Yeah.
It's like your whole life believing something is real and then finding out it's not real. Like, it's the biggest lie ever told about money, that you should keep it. You shouldn't. You should spend it all.
Well, it's probably good advice for most people, because spending everything they have and investing it all, maybe most people won't be able to handle that sort of thing, and it'll be a pretty bad decision. But if you're the type of person that is ambitious and you can push for more, and you can make more, I think that's a great thing. But I think for like the masses, like for most people, it is actually smart to save more money. And it's like keep that as like a safety net.
I hear what you're saying, and I have agreed with that point before. Like, I think I even told you that a few weeks ago. Like, I was agreeing with that, but like the more I think about it, because I was thinking about this topic today, I'm thinking like, nah, I don't know.
Really?
I'll have to think about that more. I don't want to just say I disagree when actually I agree. But I really just think that, okay, put it this way. If you're a normal dude, right, maybe you're not at the moment quite ready to kind of start your own business. Not everyone is an entrepreneur, right? But still, there are things that person can do to invest their money. Like, they can invest it into a personal trainer. They can invest it into salsa lessons. So they learn how to dance and do salsa, and then they can dance with their wife and have more romantic, fun dates.
Yeah.
Right? That's going to give them, that's other benefits. Maybe they can invest it into a babysitter so they can enjoy more dates with their wife or girlfriend. Maybe they can invest it into like a nanny so, the kids have someone to look after them. Or maybe they can invest it into private school education for their children. Like, what I'm trying to say is, the only reason why money is useful is because it's for it to be used. The only way money is useful is if you use it.
Yeah.
If you don't use it and it's just sat in your bank, it's literally like it doesn't exist. It's just a digit in your bank. It's literally like jerking off over typing on a calculator a high number. Like, that doesn't mean anything.
Right, yeah.
It only means something when you spend it.
True.
But what people think, and what I used to believe when I was younger and stupid, was that if you spend it, then aren't you now poorer? Like, if I have 50K in the bank and now I have 20K, aren't I now poorer? But not if you spend the 30K on the right things. If you blew the 30K on Gucci, then you are like poorer. Or if you spend the 30K on, a club night in fucking Monaco and you're actually quite broke in the grand scheme of things, that's very stupid. Like, I won't spend 30K on a club night unless I was like super rich. Yeah. 30K is a lot, right? But if you spend the 30K on the right things, that's going to help you a lot.
Sure. Yeah, then if you put all that money in the right places, like, you're a more valuable person, you're more fun to be with. Maybe, the stuff that you can use is better. So yeah, it's a good point.
And also, like, what are you trying to, you're not going to save your way to generational wealth. So let's say your goal is to kind of pass something on to your kids. I don't think you're going to save your way there to like give them anything meaningful. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Everyone has different goals, what they maybe want to, create in this world, right? But I don't think you're going to actually get anywhere meaningful by trying to save money. The only way you're going to do it is by attacking.
Yeah.
It's kind of like in football or soccer, if you guys are watching this from America. It's kind of like in soccer trying to win the game 1-0. like if you play very, very defensive, it's risky because if you just park the bus the whole game, you're inviting so much pressure from the opponents.
Right.
That's why teams don't just play with their whole team behind the ball, because it's so risky. You have to have some level of attack, otherwise the opponent's going to keep coming onto you. It's the exact same thing in boxing. If you play so defensively, if you stand like this the whole fight, then the opponent is just going to keep marching you down and not respect you because you're not throwing anything back. You have to throw something back to keep him guessing.
Yeah.
It's almost the same thing in business. If you play so defensively, it's like the world just starts fucking you. It's like an energy thing. You're playing in such conservation mode. You're just trying to conserve everything. Conserve. It's like, I think things just start happening then. Then this employee leaves because you're playing too small, too defensively. Payment processor gets shut down. Now you're mentally stressed about it because you weren't even making that much. And then this happens and that happens and you can't even enjoy your holiday properly because you're worried, this bill costs this much money. Everything just starts fucking up.
Whereas if you're always attacking, you're always making moves, you're always moving forward, always progressing, then you don't really get hit by those. Or at least you don't really get affected by them either.
I mean, another boxing analogy is kind of like if you're moving forward and you're kind of moving your head, even if the punch hits you, it kind of grazes past you. Whereas if you stay still, they just land a flush punch on you. That hurts.
Yeah.
But if you're moving and the punch just skims you, it doesn't really hurt so much.
Yeah.
Because you're moving away from the punch and it's just like, it's not a clean hit, it's like a ricochet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's kind of the same thing with life. Like if you're always kind of moving, the damage doesn't damage you as much.
Yeah. So progressing, always attacking, never like staying stationary, because then that's inevitably going down. So
The thing is, and I've seen it in my own life. Like I've had stages in business where I'm moving slower, and the days when I'm moving more attacking, it's such a night and day difference with how everything just responds. It's like all of a sudden, like people start responding to your messages quicker. All of a sudden, like people start responding better to your Instagram stories. All of a sudden, you have more energy. All of a sudden, you have a better gym session. All of a sudden, you want to wake up earlier. All of a sudden, everything just gets better.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's all just the decision that you want to make more money. It's all just the decision, but you're not going to want to make more money unless you actually need to make more money.
Right. It's true. Like whenever there's like a bill that needs to be paid, or like you owe someone money or something that you don't have the money for, you'll find a way to make the money by that deadline. It's like a pretty common thing. Like people who maybe owe rent for a certain date, like they'll figure out some way to get the rent. So it's like they need the money, so they get it. So it is possible.
I remember when I was starting to post content on Twitter, I posted like an Airbnb, and I said to people, like, I was like, this cost me like, I think it was like $5,800 for the month. And this was back in like 2021, so maybe, before inflation went even higher, and maybe like the equivalent of 7K today. Anyway, people told me in the comments, this is stupid, you're making the landlord rich and all these things. And I remember thinking to myself, like, I'm not trying to make 7K in my life, I'm trying to make more money.
Yeah.
So who cares about this 7K? Who cares about this small number? I want to make more money. I want to make higher numbers. And by me living in that Airbnb, I was posting cool content from that Airbnb. I started gaining a lot more followers on social media because people saw I had a nice Airbnb in Miami while I'm traveling. He can just blow 7K like it's nothing. He's blowing money in the strip club. He's blowing money on Rolexes. He's blowing money on this gun shooting experience. Like, I'm just moving money.
Yeah.
Money needs to flow. It's all about circulation. Like when money just sits in the bank for too long, it literally becomes stale.
Yeah.
Like money's like water, right? Everyone's heard that analogy. Well, water goes stale. Like that's why the freshest water is like the water flowing. Nice. Sometimes I leave my water bottle here. Maybe the maid forgets to pick it up or clean it, or take it away. When I have a water bottle just in the office for a couple of days, and it's no longer a fresh water bottle, it's just been there for a couple of days. That water, if you open up the lid, it starts to smell a bit. Like the water just goes a bit off. It starts to stink a bit.
True.
But fresh water's always fresh. It's nice.
Yeah, it is nice.
It's the same thing with money. Like you need fresh money.
Yeah.
Old money doesn't count, and you need new money. That's why I created my private community called New Money, because every day my mindset was I need new money, not old money. It doesn't matter if we have 1K in the bank or 1 million in the bank or 100 million in the bank. It doesn't matter what number. It's like today we need new money. Yeah. I love that mindset. It's like new day, new money. It's something I used to say a lot more as well. Like new day, new money. Every day you wake up, you need new money.
It's true. And I noticed as well, like as I started making more money, if there's a day that goes by where I don't make money, it's like a pretty terrible feeling. Like even if I make a lot yesterday, if I make nothing today, like it doesn't feel great. So
it's because, and this is the thing, and even if you're not using the money, this is what's crazy. Even if you're not actually using the money, so you don't technically need the money the next day,
Yeah.
In your brain, it's almost like you know it's wrong because in your mind you know that, oh, that means I didn't really do anything productive today.
Right.
You know, it shows you it's not even about the actual money, you know, a lot of the time. But what would you say to people who got complacent?
Yeah, I would say
How do you avoid complacency? What would you advise people?
I'd just make a big move. Like, for example, I'm getting this like apartment office thing. I'm gonna customize it. It's a nice move, keeps things fresh, and it's gonna be a new environment. Be able to work harder with one of my employees. So that's a good move. That's gonna help me like get to the next level for sure. But what else would I do? I'd say, yeah, get yourself like a nice watch, get yourself nice clothes, like change yourself a bit, like appear differently, like make it move, which is like a drastic change. So it keeps things fresh. I think if you're the exact same person, you stay the exact same for many, many months, making the same money every single month, I think it does get very stale. So I think making a big change is good. I think that's how you kind of like break out of it a little bit.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Like get
It's
a new
good point.
car. Like I remember when I got a new car, like an actual nicer car. It was a good feeling. Like I started working way harder. I started like viewing myself differently, and then I started like leveling up more like that. So
Yeah, I remember when I bought my Mercedes Benz in like 2020. I remember like now I saw myself as a Benz driver.
Yeah.
It's like now I got a Mercedes.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I'm a Benz driver now. And that feeling was very, very cool.
yeah,
You know, when I got a Rolex, I was like, I'm a Rolex owner.
yeah,
I own a Rolex. Now I own 2 Rolexes. Now I own 3 Rolexes. And I just kept going up. And it does change the way you view things. And then it's like, if you're on a sales call, you feel like you're more confident in demanding more money. And also, I don't know, just it makes you almost just go harder.
yeah.
Because now you're like, oh, like there's different levels of the game, you know? Like some people own Rolex,
Yeah,
obviously.
of course.
You know, and then some people are happy to just own 1 Rolex. And then some people want to make the amount of money it, you know, takes to pay for a Rolex every day. And then some people want to do it an hour, and then some people want to do it passively every hour. And then somebody you get the point. I'm just trying to say there's so many levels to the game. You have to constantly aim higher and just keep growing.
Yeah,
But yeah, like Francis said, like even if you don't feel like you're at that level quite yet, just do something. Buy a new shirt and then just like wear it on a date with a new girl, and you're gonna feel amazing, you know?
yeah,
Take a new Instagram picture. Like after this podcast, I want to post a new Instagram picture. I think a new post. It's just good to just do new things, new action.
yeah,
I'm telling you, like, guys, just take this from me. I've been like retired from a job for 5 years now. You know, I stopped my door-to-door sales job towards like the end of 2020, like towards that side of things, like the second half of the year, and now we're about to be August 2025. When you guys watch this, it's probably August 2025. I'm telling you, like the times or the days in the last 5 years which have been the best are always the days I'm like, fuck it, we gotta do this, we gotta fucking do this.
Yeah.
I hate like waiting. You know, earlier today, you don't know about this. This is very dumb what I did.
What did you do?
Maybe we'll put this as the intro in the podcast. My boy behind the camera is laughing. I got very angry that my brother and Damien was being slow to leave somewhere. I punched the windshield of my car.
Oh, shit.
The G-Wagon is just broke now, so I need to fix it. So probably going to be a few K to fix, I don't know. Hopefully only a couple K.
Punch the G-Wagon.
I just punched it. I was so fucking angry. I'm getting angry now talking about it because we were just being slow. And it wasn't even their fault. Like, it was actually not their fault. I was just angry because it was so hot outside. And then I was angry, like... I just got angry because I just hate wasted time. I just finished a podcast with Damien. We just filmed the podcast for the New Money community. And it was a great podcast. We both enjoyed it. And we were about to leave somewhere else. And like 10 minutes after, I just started like panicking. Like, I've not done anything in the last 10 minutes. And I got so angry, I just punched the thing.
Yeah.
Just sat in the passenger seat and just punched it. Because my brother was going to drive. Then we had to take a different car. And then it wasn't a 3-seater. Just more problems. And then it was just a mess. But anyway.
At least you have other cars.
And then I ended, at least I have a few other cars, but I don't know. I'm not trying to say that story to flex that I punched the window. It's not a flex. I'm just making the point that the best times of my life are when I'm moving quick. When I'm not moving quick, I get so frustrated. I get so annoyed. You know, I've been on sales calls before for different things, whether it's sales consultations, sales mentorships, and even for New Money. And sometimes people are slow on the call to make the payment.
Yeah.
They're like just like talking so slowly to me, like, I don't have PayPal. I'm like, what do you have then? Like speak quicker.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, I don't want you inside of New Money. Like, you can't be in. You're just an idiot. Like, how are you going to talk like that? Even if English is not your first language, you should learn how to talk quicker. I hate people who speak slowly and they're so slow to get their point out. Just make the point. You know, and I'm just like, no, bro, it's not for you. And they're like, no, I'm trying. I'm like, no, you're not coachable. You're just doomed.
Yeah.
Like, learn from someone else. And people think I'm sounding harsh by saying this, but like, no. On my Telegram, I've got 1,200 people, 1,300 people blocked now. We'll post a picture here. Because I just block people who are just slow. It's fine to not understand business. It's fine to want to learn. But I just don't accept any disrespect to any slow people, any dumb people. Yeah. I've had people who say, bro, you've not replied to me in 8 hours. Who the fuck do you think you are? Just instant block. Like, what do you mean I've just obviously not seen your message, you dumbass.
Yeah.
You dumbass, bro. I just block them.
Even someone who's like, send me the payment link. I don't need to call or anything. What did they say?
Some dude sent me the message the other day, like, I think he called me the N-word. He's like, N-word, I don't need the payment link. Just, I don't need a sales call. Just send me the payment link.
Yeah.
I was like, that's block. Like, what do you mean, mate? Like, if I want to talk to you, I'll talk to you. Like, you're not just joining the community if I don't want you to, you know? So I didn't like that, so I just blocked him. Like, this kind of person, he's going to be the kind of person in the community who just thinks he is the king of earth. I don't want to talk to these people.
Not good.
You know, and the thing is like, you could argue, okay, if it's someone like Elon Musk, let's say he wanted to join my network, for example.
Yeah.
He wouldn't speak like that in the first place. He'd just, I mean, I'd know he's Elon Musk in the first place, but let's just say I didn't know who he was and he was a serious person. He could have wrote the message more professionally.
Yeah.
Like, sir, I'm extremely serious. Just please send me the payment link. You know, I make this much per month.
Yeah.
Or he could, all smart people, what really smart people do is they just hop on the call anyway and just say, send me the payment link, I'm ready. And they just introduce themselves. Why would you want to join a network and not want to speak to the guy who runs the network for 2 minutes and introduce yourself and create that connection? Clearly, they have weird intentions for the group anyway.
Right.
That's what I think.
For sure. For sure. It also shows like you're very selective with who you let in the group. That's why it's so high quality.
Yep.
I feel like a lot of people just allow anyone who has money into the group, but yeah, you know that overall like it's better if the group is high quality, people are actually solid in there. So
yeah, bro, we don't accept just low level people, but
low level doesn't mean just like low money.
No,
low level means like low level.
Low level is like
mindset.
low frequency. You're just a low vibrational human. You're just low level. You're just brokey.
Yeah.
You're just a loser. You're just broken.
Yeah.
Like when I say brokey, I almost mean broken. Just like broken people.
Yeah, like mindset wise, like you could have low money in the bank but still have a great mindset, still want to push hard, and that's amazing, you know.
Bro, today I bought this Himalayan crocodile bag for $4,000. I literally didn't even have the $4,000 in my bank when I was about to pay it. I just realized, like in this little personal account I have, I didn't even have the money. I said to my boy, pay this quickly, you know, blah blah blah. I'll sort you out later, basically, and he just paid it. Like, I didn't even have the money. Like, the point I'm trying to make is that doesn't mean I'm an awful human and I'm broke. Like, no, I'm multi-millionaire. It's just in that account I didn't have the money. So what I'm trying to say is if people don't have money and they're actually broke, I don't judge them as a person. Like, I know what it's like to be broke anyway.
Yeah.
Or have no money in your bank because you're investing it into other things and you're trying to level up. That's fine, man. Like, I remember going on dates and literally having such a small amount of money in my bank. And like midway through the dates, it would start off at the nice place where they're like, I don't know, cocktails are X amount of money. Maybe, I don't know what it was actually, but they're this much money. And I know that I can't get like 5 drinks each at that money. So I start off with 1 drink in this place and I just act like I've got unlimited bankroll behind me. And then after we finish this first drink, I'm just basically saying, oh, I know another nice place in town. Let's go there. Let's switch up the vibe. I'm kind of getting bored of this place. Just play it smooth.
Yeah.
Just leave that place. Go to the cheapest, shittest place and just get shots or something for like £1 shots, £2 shots max. And like now this place is playing different kinds of music. It seems like funky. It seems like I've just switched up the vibe. When in reality, I just can't afford the other place.
Yeah.
But I put a sell on it. So it made it seem like, and we're walking from this place to another, and now I'm taking it through the city. It's a nice walk, blah, blah, blah. But in reality, I just had no money.
Yeah.
So it's like everything's just a sell and how you frame yourself as well. And
Completely. Like you could be broke because you're broke and you don't work hard, or you could be broke because you invested everything in yourself and you're trying to level up and you're just putting it all out there and you're trying to put pressure on yourself and all this stuff. So it's so different.
yeah, and also not having money doesn't make you less of a person, because I was the same Hassan back then as now. Sure, I know more about business now, but I'm the same person.
Yeah.
Like, so do you guys get what I'm saying? All of you guys watching this, you know, you see Francis and I making money. I want you to understand. And like, we were broke.
Yeah.
So,
Legit.
but we're the same people as we were back then. Of course, we changed a couple parts of our personality to really start making money, but we were the same people.
Yeah.
So don't like count yourself out and start thinking, oh, I'm a loser. Like I never saw myself as a loser. What would you say about that? Did you ever see yourself as a loser?
No, never. I don't. No, literally never.
Same.
Not even. Not a single second. I mean, no, not property. Like I remember once in Miami when I saw the guys my age who had Lamborghinis. I didn't have a Lamborghini. I didn't feel like a loser. I just felt
No.
like, why don't I have that?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I
yeah.
should have that. So it's not like
Yeah.
I'm a loser, so I don't have it. No, like I want that. I'm gonna have it. So no, I don't think I ever saw myself as a loser. I don't think you should see yourself either as a loser. I think it's just a terrible mindset. Like it doesn't serve you in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, there's just no need.
Yeah.
It's pointless as fuck. Because you're not a loser, you've just not taken the right actions at this point. Because either you've not felt the need to, you've not wanted to. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Like literally. Like
Completely.
let's say you're watching this, you're 29 and you're not a millionaire and you're watching, me, you're watching my YouTube channel and you see me, at a young age doing well. You might think, I'm a loser, I'm not doing well. Yeah, but maybe you had way more fun than me when you were 18. Maybe you didn't care about money when you were 20. Maybe you didn't get kicked out of university like I did. Maybe you didn't lose your dad at the age of 17, which made you want to go even harder in life. Maybe, like, I've seen, like, I don't want to go into this too much, but I've just seen my family, like, even back at home in Lebanon, just, like, people argue over money,
Yeah.
And I just hate that topic so much. Like, it actually makes me angry. Like, I remember thinking to myself, like, I don't know, I just hated that topic of, like, family arguing over money.
Yeah.
Like, I brought my brother into the business basically 3 years ago, and I just said, like, we'll work together. And we'll share money. It's like, I'm not going to say I should get a higher percentage because I started things and, you could argue I do more and all these things. I don't say that. It's like,
Yeah, your family.
it's family. Like, a lot of people are just weird, bro. I know brothers who don't even share money. Like, I think that's just so washed.
Yeah.
Like, where's your honor as a man? I don't know. I just dislike a lot of people because they're just not honorable people. Like, how are some people like trying to give their brothers jobs? Like, yeah, I'll give you $10 an hour, and it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know, it just doesn't sit right with me. But
Yeah, I mean, if you're like the same similar age, yeah, like work together. I think having a brother at the same age is incredibly powerful. Like I have a younger brother, and I'm like trying to train him up. Also, not to work for me, but like just train him up in general. Like I got him swimming as well.
Nice.
I did 20 laps for 20 dirhams, like $5.50. He
Nice,
loved it.
that's good.
I got him the boxing gloves too, so training him up nicely. But yeah, like, I think that's fine. He's a younger kid, whatever. But I don't know. What do you think of this? Like I feel like if I had a brother that was my age, maybe similar personality, maybe a different personality, but same age, I feel like we're doing way, way better. Like, what's your viewpoint on that? I feel like having a brother is so powerful.
yeah, I think it is super powerful. I mean, a lot of people have brothers at similar ages, but their brother is like completely different than them.
Yeah.
I think you're very lucky if you have a brother who's basically the same personality as you. It's very rare as well, because I think brothers are always quite different.
Yeah.
But even if they're different, just find a use for them or find a way they can add value. But if you don't actually have a brother around your age, just start working with other people and just find ways to incentivize them. Like give them a percentage of what you make, give them a percentage of the business, these kind of things.
Yeah.
That's the best way to motivate people is like, obviously through, finding out what actually motivates them. But also money does speak,
Yeah.
Someone can't really be motivated if they're not making any money with you.
Of course.
Like everyone has to eat, as they say.
Yeah.
So, yeah, find other people you can work with. Join an online community such as my one, such as New Money, and then meet people like Francis and I inside of New Money. I wouldn't know Francis if he didn't join my network. So it's as simple as that. Sometimes you just have to pay to get access to other brothers, other people. A lot of people try and network themselves, but I think it's just the worst thing you can do nowadays, especially with social media and the internet. Like imagine going to a cigar lounge and just bumping into me and like talking to me like, hey bro, I see you have a watch, let's be friends. Like it's just never gonna happen. I don't know what planet people live on where they just think these things just happen all the time.
Yeah, like a network is like targeted networking. Isn't that way more effective? Obviously it is. Like,
Yeah, it's gotta be. And like it's just quicker. Like you pay to join the group and you get access to 1,000 people who are on the same mission already.
Yeah.
Whereas if you go to 1,000 unique cigar lounges, even if you find one person per cigar lounge or per shisha lounge, it's gonna take you 1,000 going outs.
it's expensive.
What the? Yeah, it costs way more money.
And also time, like it's just unrealistic. I mean, the world's all moving online, so like you can't still be in the in-person stuff. I mean, the whole thing is like you meet people online and then you meet them in person afterwards. So That's the thing.
The only way to meet people nowadays properly are through online communities, or number two, arguably even better, through your personal brand.
Yeah.
But most people don't have a personal brand, so you should meet people through online communities. And even if you have a personal brand, it helps so much to meet people through online communities as well, because there's like a different kind of trust there. Like you all pay to join the same network, you probably have a way more similar mindset than anyone else you're going to meet. So those are the two ways I meet people, through my personal network, as in personal brand, or through my own private community. So
Yeah, I
the
mean,
way,
there's
man.
not really a reason to meet someone outside of that. I mean, unless it's like luck or you stumble upon them, for example.
It's just too time consuming. If you meet someone in a cigar lounge, let's say you find out you met like Francis literally met someone the other day, right? In the cigar lounge.
Yeah.
And he said it was like this Asian dude, and he wouldn't reveal much about himself. He was giving very short and brief answers. He says he's in the Airbnb business, but he gives brief answers. And let's say this guy actually is in the Airbnb business and he is a legit guy, everything's fine with him, but he just wants to be, concise and short with his answers because Francis is this random new guy he's just met. For Francis to actually get anything out of that interactional potential friendship or relationship,
It's hard.
It's gonna take so much squeezing. It's gonna take so much meeting this guy and like actually trying to like maybe the guy is a piece of shit who you don't even want to meet in the first place, or maybe it's someone who's not available or ready to like bring new people into a circle. It's just a waste of time.
Yeah.
It's way easier and quicker to kind of network with people who already want to network because they've joined an online community or who have messaged you through social media. Not some random guy who's going to have his guard up thinking, what's this guy want from me? He sees I have a Patek on, da 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 da.
Yeah, exactly.
It's asinine.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, meet people on the same page as you. Like, just don't overcomplicate it. It's obviously worth the investment, so.
Yeah, I just think people want to get things for free in life all the time. They think, I don't want to join an online community because I want to get things for free. But there is no such thing as free because you always pay with your peace of mind, your energy, your time, mistakes, lost money by investing in the wrong things, the wrong people, the wrong projects. Yeah. It's way better just to get access to the right people.
100%.
I'm telling you, let me put it like this for you guys. Francis joined New Money 2 years ago. In the grand scheme of things, the entry fee is very small. It's under $2,000, right? Him moving into this office in a couple days, because of this conversation we had 2 days ago, is going to make him way more than $2,000.
Way more than that.
Obviously.
Yeah.
And that's 2 years after joining the network.
Yeah.
So the investment is still paying 2 years later.
Yeah, we'll continue to.
Forever, because we're literally friends now. So it's not even about an investment now. We're actually friends, and we both help each other a lot. So it's just like a lot of you guys think too short-sighted. Sometimes people ask me, or they used to especially, like when New Money was more towards the beginning, like how long is New Money going to be a thing for? Because if they're deciding whether to buy the 1-year option or the lifetime option, like New Money is never going anywhere. It's for lifetime, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's been going for nearly 4 years now.
It's not stopping.
It's not stopping ever. And me creating this network 4 years ago is still benefiting me to this day.
Yeah.
Francis is in New Money. Damien, who's behind the camera, is inside of New Money. Both of them are a great value add to my life, and I am to their life as well. Like, it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
It's about real people. I met 3 people, Fahim, Louis, and Dylan, 3 years ago from New Money. In March 2022, we went to Bali. These are people I just met for like the first time, basically. I met Fahim and Dylan. Let me tell you guys the full story. Louis I'd met in Romania a couple days before. I just texted him because I was trying to force the pace. I was trying to get things done. I texted Louis like, bro, come to Romania. We're just going to go talk to a bunch of girls and just have fun. Let's party. He just came to Romania. We pulled up. The weather was shit. We're like, we need to go somewhere hot. Let's go Bali or Thailand. I think this was like 2022 March time, so there's some COVID regulation a bit, I think. Or some problem with Thailand. You need some visa or some shit. Something. We decided to go to Bali. We're like, let's go with some other people. Texted Fahim and Dylan, like a couple of people in the group. We met Dylan at the airport, and Fahim had met like the night before for like 20 minutes or something. He just texted me, like, he shook my hand saying he's going to be there.
Nice.
A couple of days before. I ended up staying in Bali with them for 2 months. Friends with them, I'm sure I'm going to be friends with them forever. I'm still friends with them 3 years later. Fahim, Louis, and Dylan all live together in Warsaw, Poland, and they're business partners.
Nice.
Like, especially, like they're literally like super close as the 3.
Yeah.
Like, trust each other completely. They're literally brothers now.
Damn, this
So-
is really interesting, bro. Interesting story.
Yeah.
That's the point of the network, You got to be the kind of person who understands that if you join a network, how can you not get the investment back if you're an ambitious person?
Even if you meet one person who's on the same path as you. If you move in with one person, be friends with one person, get one piece of information which you can apply and make way more than $2,000. Like that's
What do you? Also, guys, one of Francis's employees is from New Money.
of course, yeah.
Someone who's helped Francis with sales is in New Money. He helps me with some stuff as well.
Yeah.
So many things. I mean, the list can go on if we really think about how much New Money has helped you, or how much has helped me personally, or how much has helped Damien. Damien's lived with like 5 different people from New Money. He's now living with me here in Dubai. I'm in New Money, he's in New Money. Like,
Yeah.
all of our individual lives have changed so much because of New Money. And that's just 3 people. Everyone messages me all the time saying how much New Money has helped them change their life. You know?
Yeah.
And I'm not just trying to glaze my own network. I created this network because I understood the importance of online communities. I'm telling you guys, just find an online community you can join.
Yeah.
Like, don't even have to join mine. If you don't like me, but you're just watching this because you're hating on me. Cool, bro. Go join someone else's community. Just trust me,
way.
it'll change your life.
It's a good move either way. Like,
It's the best move.
yeah.
Because if you go to the club, the money's gone once you spent it. If you buy food, the money's gone once you spent it.
Yeah.
If you buy a designer top, let's say you buy a Dior silk shirt for $1.5K, which I have done multiple times. You only wear it a few times.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna keep wearing the same Dior shirt 100 times.
Well, some people.
Sure, but like it's just limited the amount of value you get. Whereas a plain black t-shirt is great because you can wear it 100 times, no one's gonna know it's the same black t-shirt, and also it's plain.
Yeah.
So just be smart with your money, invest it into people. The best investment, they say in business, is into your employees, into a team. But based on that logic, then surely if we can extrapolate that lesson, that means investing in people is the best lesson. So by joining an online community, you're investing in people.
Yeah. Legit.
You know what I mean?
1,000 of them. Yeah, and people on the same page, same business model, same everything. Yeah. It's self-explanatory.
All right, moving topic, talking about personal brand. What would you say are your top few tips for building a personal brand?
So I'd say the first one is just attacking, posting consistently, post as much as possible. I posted 300 videos before any of them did well. So yes, keep attacking the content. Don't stop. Don't take a break. Just keep posting consistently. I'd say the second one is don't focus on monetizing until you built the following first, because you have a bigger pool of people to reach if you have the following first. Like, don't waste your time trying to monetize 100 followers, 200 followers. It's just a tiny pool of people, but focus on content, grow the page first, then monetize afterwards. And the third tip, I'd say, what would I say?
Know your niche, maybe?
Yeah, know your niche. Try to figure out what makes you a little bit different. You know, double down on what you are very good at. So if you're very good at fitness, or very good at arts, or very good at business, or whatever, like double down on that one niche. Like just stay within that one niche, and you'll do pretty well at it.
Also, guys, you have to understand with personal brand, like you can literally talk about anything. You can give people tax strategies. You can give people real estate consultations, like how to do up your house more so that you can sell it for more. Take pictures with this camera. You know, buy this furniture. It's going to increase the look of the house. You know, get your walls painted. You know, like there's like things you can kind of teach people like that. You know, you can be a lawyer and have a personal brand. You know, I was going to say another story, guys, but I changed my mind. So I have to be careful what I say. But whatever business you are in, you can build a personal brand and post content about that. You can be a party organizer and post content. You can be a podcast studio and have a personal page.
Yep.
You know, like you can be anything, literally anything.
Yeah, there's no rules to it, and you can always switch whenever you want. Like if you're starting with fitness, you can go into whatever, modeling afterwards, you can go into business afterwards, you can do whatever you want with it. So I think that's pretty cool. Whereas if you get like a university degree, you're kind of stuck with it. Well, you do 4 years, 4 years of that one degree, and you have it, so you might as well use it like for the rest of your life. But with a personal brand, you can just switch it up whenever you feel like. So you're more flexible, more adaptable. So
It's true. Even when you just talked about the modeling point, I just thought about it like, what's stopping you guys from having your own modeling agency? What's stopping you from, like, the world is just so limitless and people just think it's so hard to make money because they just lack the basics. They don't know how to speak to anyone. If you feel confident in your ability to communicate, well, then you can just strike up a conversation with any one of 8 billion people.
yeah.
You can reach unlimited people on social media. Every day there are 400,000 or 500,000 new people being born every day. Like, there is so much opportunity. Ronaldo is getting recognized for the first time every single day. That's Ronaldo, the most famous man alive, the most famous human alive. And he's getting recognized every single day. So there's unlimited opportunity for you in your business. You can always go bigger. You can always tap into new markets, new industries, new countries, new languages. You can translate your content into different languages. You know, like it's actually amazing how Spanish people aren't listening to my podcast right now properly
Yeah.
because it's not being translated into Spanish. But why? There's always more to do for us.
Yeah. There's always more work.
You know, so back to that point of like life is just only exciting when you're only attacking. It's like our life would be more exciting if we attacked even more.
Yeah.
Like we should translate this podcast in another language.
100%.
Try and reach some Spanish people. Put this title as like some Spanish shit. That's crazy. We should actually do that.
That's what Mr. Beast does.
I know, but it just sounds so funny when you're actually doing it for yourself. It's like me being in Spain, like
Like a Spanish AI voice or something.
yeah, it's just funny. I don't know why that makes me laugh, guys. I can just imagine the Spanish people thinking like, "Who's this motherfucker? This guy's different."
Yeah. Is that him speaking?
That's actually so funny. Well, guys, like, you know, if you like studying languages, okay, great. Well, then learn 5 languages and just post it online. I guarantee if you can speak 5 languages fluently and you're showing that online, lots of people are going to want to follow you. Lots of people are going to be impressed.
Yeah.
Call yourself the biggest genius in the world. You know, multi-language genius. Fuck it. Like, just people are going to follow you. Put it in your bio. Speak 5 languages. Genius. World traveler.
Yeah.
People are going to be like, who's this James Bond dude?
Yeah.
I spoke to some dude the other day. He traveled to 64 countries. I thought I traveled to a lot of countries. I've been to like 35. He's been to 64. 64. He like loaded up his like his Emirates app on his phone. Like, look, bro, it's like his next trip booked. It's like in 32 days.
Nice.
Bro's got another trip lined. I was like, fair enough. Like, bro's always traveling. Like, that makes you interesting.
Yeah. Completely.
It doesn't matter whether you're an accountant. It doesn't matter if you're a dentist. It doesn't matter if you're a lawyer. If you post more content, people are going to trust you more.
Yeah.
People like buying from people who are trusted, well known by
100%.
people.
It's true. So build some trust, like build some credibility, even if you don't feel like you're at the place where you want to be at right now. Still post stuff, still like get stuff out there, because when you are in the place where you want to be, you'll still have that old stuff as credibility. Like you often say, like if you had pictures from like when you're broke,
It'd be so much better.
crazy credibility.
Guys, I always lost my pictures and videos as a kid. I was always the kid who just never backed up anything. It's actually so bad. Like super bad. I've got nothing. But it's honestly so bad. I just never was a picture guy. I was always the guy that, why is this idiot taking a picture of his food? Why does this guy always want to take a picture of himself? Like, what's wrong with these people?
Yeah.
You know, I was like, not hating because I just didn't care enough, but in my mind, I was almost like, why do people just take so many pictures? Like, just enjoy the moment. But I guess it's good to actually have those pictures and look back on the moment. So I was wrong about that. And not just that, but the pictures I did take, I ended up losing them. Whenever I changed my phone, I just ended up losing the phone, or I just ended up just smashing it, or just, I don't know, it just got lost basically.
Yeah.
I never had anything backed up on a Google Drive or anything. So
Yeah.
I wish I had those pictures or videos from when I was in England more.
Hey! Did they even wash yet? Fuck, you get all the lights on, you got 4 lights blasting here, mate. I'm the one paying the purple. Jesus. What are you going to do? Well, why haven't you lost the lift? You put the lid up, you can't bother doing it. Fuck, I said I wanted them dry today, so I put them on the bed tonight. Fuck off.
Like I think you guys actually, some of you might not understand, but I was actually broke. Like I was actually like you guys.
Yeah.
I know it's hard to believe because you see me now just a genius, you know. But I was actually at one point in time just a quite relatively normal person in university. I was like a normal person. I just like going to the gym and I was quite normal. And I had friends who were normal and they would play Super Smash Mario Bros. And I had friends who would laugh at the dumb. So that life is more fun when you have money. And I think for me, one thing that really kind of changed my mindset or really started making me think differently about the world in terms of freedom was no one's actually free besides if you're really rich. Like, you think you're free, but you're not. Like, I remember being in my campus one day, like, I'm free, like, I'm just walking to the gym now, like, yeah, life is good, man.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm a fucking brokey, like, I'm actually not free. Because I was thinking to myself, like, I remember there was this girl in university. I remember her name. I don't need to give her free clout, but... but I remember there was this girl I've seen a couple of times, and she'd always, like, travel to the next city, like the next place. So I went to a university called Loughborough University, and next to Loughborough there was a city called Leicester and Nottingham, and she was always like going to Leicester and Nottingham because she wasn't my girlfriend or anything, just a girl I'd like seen a couple times in the campus. And I spoke to her a couple times, and I was like, where have you been? I've not seen you for a few days. So I was in Leicester for a few days seeing my friends, and I was in Nottingham for a few days seeing my friends. I was thinking like how is she just going places? And obviously she was just getting a taxi. But when you're in uni, like, you're broke. Yeah. When you're in university, you're broke. And I was like, I don't even go anywhere. I'm like literally on the campus. I'm like, I'm literally stuck on this campus. I think I'm free because I buy a meal deal from the local co-op. The local, like, what's it called? Supermarkets, you know, a little store. The convenience store. But I wasn't. I was just literally stuck on this campus. All I did was sleep in my room or go to the gym or go to the cafeteria. I was a loser. Like all the other university kids.
Yeah.
But like, this girl was almost like having a better life than all of us. She was free to go to this city, go to that city. She had money almost.
Yeah.
Maybe her parents gave her money, I don't know. But you think you're free, but you're not. Just even when you come home from your job, like, oh wow, I'm free from work now. But yeah, but you're stuck in that house. You can't go travel to the other side of the country.
Yeah.
Or if you do, you have to take public transport. Why not take an Uber for a 4-hour journey? Why not spend $400 in an Uber?
Yeah.
I remember when I started making money, like sometimes I'd go to London and I'd take a train from London back to Coventry. And I liked the train, it was actually quite fun. Like I'd always sit in the first class section and I felt like quite cool.
Yeah.
But why wasn't I taking an Uber? Maybe because it was like £350, which is like $400 something. But yeah, because you're not truly rich yet. But like the $400, you feel it a bit.
Yeah.
That's just being broke.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Oh man. No, I'll never forget. There's a story I want to say, but I can't really say it because it's just funny. But yeah, you know, the thing is, guys, you also have to understand, I don't say most of my stories online for different reasons. And as you guys get richer and more successful, you realize why you can't tell every story. But yeah, man, it's just broke days, man. It's broke days. I was a little brokey.
Yeah, I guess it's like when you feel it, then it doesn't feel great. Like if you feel the money leaves, then yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't feel the money, like if the first couple digits don't move, like it's basically like free.
Yeah, but I just remember thinking to myself like, yeah, why am I not taking an Uber? I was like, am I broke? I was like, I might be.
And that's what all changed for you.
Yeah, it's just like when you actually kind of look at some of your actions and think, why am I compromised to this level?
Yeah.
It does actually change a lot of things for you. Like even like when I was younger, if you go to the shop, let's say you buy some perfume or your mum buys you perfume or whatever. I don't even remember how I bought perfume as a kid. Maybe I ordered it online. You buy one bottle. A couple years ago, I bought like 15 or 10, I think like 10 bottles of perfume from the shop in Dubai. And I still have them 2 years later because it's not like I just, you only use a couple sprays, right?
Yeah.
Like that's the way to do things. Like if you're going to buy a bottle of perfume, buy 12. Why are you buying one?
Yeah.
Okay, if you're actually not too rich right now, don't go spend a couple grand on perfume. Like it's better to join your money. It's better to get a gym membership. Sure, right? But once you start making some money, you have some money in the bank, money coming in. Don't buy one bottle of perfume. Buy 20. And it'll last you for the next 4 years. And then you're just living in abundance. Then you have 20 options. Then whenever someone smells you, you're wearing different perfume. You stay fresh. It's better.
Same for like shoes and stuff.
Yeah.
Like
we have a new Money Live call on right now. We're actually going to delay it. Delay it by like half an hour or something.
Sure.
We'll keep going for you guys. The new money guys will understand. Okay, guys, we had some technical difficulties, but we're back. So, I think we were just talking about the freedom point, right?
Yeah.
And I was just talking about how when I was in university, I just felt basically, even though it was very fun, at times I felt like, yeah, I'm actually kind of just trapped in this big playground, which is the campus, because I'm limited by how much money I have. If I had more money, would I be in this campus? Well, no, I could just fly here, fly there.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times in life, people forget how much like free will they have to do what they want. We were kind of just joking in between this little technical difficulty. Cameraman had sorted out, but I was just talking to Francis about how you can do anything, and I was just making jokes like, you know, you can eat a chicken curry, you can just go buy a shirt, you can just put some aftershave on, right? Just literally have one behind me here, right? You can just change your t-shirt, you can just go outside, you can do some press-ups, you can go gym, you can go hit, like, you can actually just control your mind and be like, I can just do anything I want. And you can just get excited by the fact that you literally can do whatever you want. If you're watching this and you're broke right now, you can get bossed up, you can get educated, you can become smarter and be like, okay, what does this person know about this thing that I don't know? And then literally learn.
Yeah.
Like, guys, let me be honest with you. I genuinely didn't know how a camera even worked. Like, I have a couple, you know, cameras right here, which I didn't know how to even use, the basic stuff. I didn't even know how a microphone worked a year ago. And I made millions of dollars with my personal brand just through Twitter alone, just through writing tweets. I didn't even know a camera. I didn't even know where to put the SD card in the camera. I didn't even want to. My brain was like so against that.
Yeah.
Now I find that laughable.
Right.
So my point is, guys, is that you can learn, you can get better at the things you don't like.
And everything that you think is probably so difficult is probably not that difficult to learn.
Super easy.
So easy. It's just like you have to allow your brain to learn. Like allow yourself, like, okay, I want to learn this now. Then it's super easy. Like if you want to learn it, it's easy. But if you don't want to learn it, it's difficult. Like remember when you're a kid, like you learn Arabic or you learn like a certain language, it's super difficult because you don't want to learn it. But how to make money is something which can be complicated, it can be easy, but if you want to do it, it's easier. So
another point I kind of make about money is, I'm not sure if you've heard me say this before, but it's kind of like learning a language, right?
I haven't heard that, no.
You haven't?
No.
Really? Okay. So it's kind of like learning a language. If I started speaking to you in Chinese, let's say I was fluent in Chinese and you don't know Chinese, you'd have no idea what I'm talking about. But that's exactly what it's like to talk about money to someone who doesn't understand money. They're going to be thinking, what do you mean spend more money? What do you mean not save? What do you mean this? What do you mean cash flow? What do you mean that? What do you mean? They're not going to understand, right? Yeah. A lot of you guys, maybe if you're not where you want to be financially, you don't have that good of an understanding of money at the moment. That's why you're broke. If you actually understood money, you'd be rich. And sometimes I think that myself, I'm like, I don't understand money that well, otherwise I'd be a billionaire by now. I really believe that. If you understood money really well, you'd play so differently. So now as well, I made a conscious decision today, I want to go study money more. I don't feel like I know it enough. I know it better than 99.99% of the planet, sure. But I don't know it like billionaires know it. I don't know all the secret moves. And there are moves. Just like how, you know how people are better communicators?
Yeah.
You know, people have better vocabulary. People have, you know, better tonality, people have better descriptions on certain things, the more descriptive, right? They're better communicators. Some people understand money better, it's like a language, right? Like they're literally better at the language. Just like how, you know, our friend Damien over here, his, you know, second language is English. He speaks Dutch as his first language. Why is Francis laughing? Oh, the story from earlier.
Yeah.
Guys, Damien's told us something really funny earlier in English, and it was just like a misunderstanding, but yeah. So Damien's second language is English, his first language is Dutch. I can't speak any Dutch, right? The point I'm making is Francis, whose first language is English, he's going to speak better English than someone whose second language is English. So the same way he knows more about English than someone who doesn't speak English as their first language, someone who knows more about money has a big advantage in the money game than someone who knows less. So if you don't know anything about money or sales or marketing or communication, you're literally going to get smoked by someone who understands money. So you guys who are not making money, you just have to learn how money works. That's it.
Yeah. And yeah, I think just even one useful conversation with someone would teach them so much. Like one conversation, then you can just take it from there. Yeah, it's so true. Knowledge is everything. Knowledge is everything.
They say, formal education makes you a living. Self-education makes you a fortune. Like you have to self-educate. No one's going to come and teach you this shit. I remember 50 Cent said this. There's like a clip of him on top of a roof. He was like, there ain't no school for this shit. There ain't no school for this shit. Like, you have to pick up the game as you go. You have to be an ear hustler. When someone mentions something, you have to make a note of it. You have to be like, yeah, that's a good game. That's a good point.
Yeah.
No one's going to come and sit you down like, listen, kid, this is the curriculum.
Yeah.
Well, you can actually, but you have to pay a lot of money for that, right? As they say, the game is to be sold, not told. So the only way you're going to get the game given to you is if you give value to the other person. And it's difficult. You also have to be likable, that they want to teach you things, but you have to pick up information as you go, guys. If you're kind of going through life and, you know, you have all these broke boy friends around you, you're not going to get anywhere. You need to have people who potentially could teach you something.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't have to be like, I think there's like an idea people have where it's like you should have someone above you on your same level, someone below you, and like
I've heard that one before.
work with this sort of thing.
Yeah.
Someone you could like learn from, someone you can who's on your level that you can work with, and someone that you can mentor. So then you can, I don't know, I said that, mentor them. So it's like you're good at learning and also teaching and also working with the same level, something like this.
I've heard that before. It's like 33%, 33%.
Maybe.
I've heard, yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
I've heard that, yeah. It's interesting, man. It's interesting. I just think that if you want to actually reach your full potential, you're going to have to get around some people who are achieving something.
Of course.
If you're around people who are smoking weed every day, you're never going to achieve anything.
Yeah.
Why do you think people aren't why do you think people aren't where they want to be in life then?
I mean, if they don't really want it, they're not going to get it. Like, I think if you really, truly want something...
Okay, let me ask you a goal then. Let me ask you a goal. So, would you say you really, really want to be a millionaire?
I really want it, yeah. Do I really, really... Am I going to die if I don't have it? No.
No, okay, the wrong question, because
Millions
obviously I know
are-
at some point in life you're going to 100% be a millionaire. Like, you've just started kind of business in the grand scheme of things. But
Yeah.
do you think up until this point you've really wanted to be a millionaire?
No, I think I really want to make a lot of cash flow. That's what I really wanted. And... Because you don't need $1 million to have like a sick life. But I definitely want $1 million. Like, if I don't have $1 million in the next like 1-2 years, I think something's definitely like wrong with my trajectory. But
The ship is broken.
Yeah, ship's broken. But no, I think I just want to get good cash flow first. I could learn a lot first, and then I know it's gonna come later. I know it's like a byproduct of it. Does that answer the question, or did I miss the question?
Kind of. I guess my point I'm trying to make is, yeah, if you really wanted to achieve something, you'd probably already have it. So I'm just trying to make the point that the same way, guys, that I'm not this level, I'm just trying to say it like this. If you guys aren't where you want, if you're not making 10K a month right now, it's because you can live without 10K a month.
Yeah.
But like, I couldn't be living without 10K a month right now at this stage of my life.
Yeah.
No way.
No, you go broke.
My rent's way more than 10K a month. So,
Yeah.
no. So, that's my point. My point is like, whatever number you're like, I can't live under that number, that's what you're going to end up having. That's the
Right.
game. That's literally the game.
So then you have to just make your
Baseline higher.
yeah.
But it goes to the next point, which is like, well, then how do you make your baseline higher? Like, why do some people need a baseline of 10 million a month? And what drives them?
Yeah. I don't even know. I'm not making 10 million a month.
It's insane.
Yeah. What does drive someone to make crazy?
Because the same way we're thinking that about the bigger numbers, like, okay, why aren't we making this many million a month? Well, the same way we think that, you guys might be thinking that about a lower number.
Yeah.
So it's just a game of getting your baseline number to go higher and higher. Then you're going to make more and more.
Yeah. I mean, I guess one way is just like deciding like I need to make this much. You just decide it, and then you end up working towards it. I think that's one thing, and just like not letting yourself slip. Like that's just your standard. I think that would work. Like that's something that
I think a really good way is just like start to do more cool stuff, you know? Like go travel to a country you've never been to. Like I said, spend more money on dates if you've never really gone to nice places, or you just feel like you're missing that part of your life, or, you know, buy some cool shit, like, you know, buy a good desk setup, buy a nice laptop, like just start literally needing more money because you want to like buy more stuff for your house.
Yeah.
Like, just find a reason to actually need more money. Like just literally just make up a reason.
Yeah.
Like as I'm talking about this stuff now, it makes me just want to spend more money. Like, that's really been on my mind today. Maybe that's why this whole podcast has just been talking about this. It's really been on my mind that you should just spend more money.
What do you want to spend money on? What's next?
Don't know. I don't think I want to say it online right now.
Okay.
Maybe I'll do it first and I'll talk about it. But I have a lot of ideas in my mind. Like I said, asked a friend the other day for like a list of 15 things. They sent me a list of 15 things, so I need to look at that.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of things you can spend money on if you're being conscious and smart. But that's the thing. There's limitless possibilities. Like maybe I should get Spanish lessons and tap into the Spanish market. Maybe I should. There's so many things. There's so many things.
Yeah.
You know,
It's limitless, bro.
it's limitless.
Yeah.
And the thing is this, because money is basically the stored value of other people's time and energy, you kind of realize, well, if I just have more money, well, then I can get more work done, because then I can just outsource more and more total units of work.
Yeah, true.
So it's like, let's just say, just to make the math simple, someone's time is worth $10 an hour. Obviously, I understand you have different levels of employees, VA, some VAs, some people making way more than 10 an hour. I get that. But let's just say, to keep things simple for mathematics, $10 an hour is like an hour of work from someone else, right? Well then, if you decide to spend $1,000 a day on employees, now you have 100 hours of work a day,
It's a lot. It's
right?
good.
If you decide to spend $10,000 a day, well now you have 1,000 hours of work.
Yeah.
So how many hours a day are you working right now? Let's just say 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, something.
Yeah.
Well, imagine 1,000.
That's powerful. Super powerful.
So then it's like, why can't you put a rocket in Mars, or why can't you build the biggest electric car company? Why can't you do these things? Well, you can if you have the right people. You literally can. Like you can become the next Elon Musk. You just have to be very conscious and dedicated.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you're always investing like all your money into time, into people, and like something that's going to contribute towards the goals, like, you're going to eventually get there.
I guess the name of the game, though, is just like, how can you spend X to get 2X back? Or how can you spend 10 to get 20 back? Or how can you spend 1 bar of gold to get 2 bars of gold back? Or you guys get the point. But I'm just trying to say, like, how can you invest what you have now into getting more into the future? That's like all business is. I remember one of my friends from New Money told me this. He said, entrepreneurship is just resource management. And I love that quote. I've never forgotten it since he said that. Like, entrepreneurship is just resource management. You have to look at your resources and think, how can I manage these properly to get the best return?
Yeah. Like, what should you spend on? Like, who should you spend on? What work should be done? And then
And that's just money, though. Like, resource management is your time and energy.
Right, yeah.
So how can I spend less energy maybe to get the same result? Or how can I start doing this more efficiently? Or how can I get rid of 2 or 3 hours of my work per day so then I can focus on this next big project, or all these things?
Yeah. I think I think energy is a huge part, because you have such limited mental energy per day. Like, sometimes if I speak to one annoying client, like, it ruins my mental energy for the next couple hours.
Why? Why do you think that is? Yeah, I agree with what you're saying.
I think just because it's so much more straining, because like you don't want to be there. I think that's such a big thing. Like, yeah, there's one client, I'm not gonna say his name, but it just comes to mind every time I speak to him. It like honestly ruins like my day a little bit. I've thought about like refunding him after, like, it's been like 3-4 months. Like, I'm thinking about just refunding him, like getting rid of him. But yeah,
I would if I was you. Yeah, that's why in New Money, like, I'm just so selective with who we let in, because of this exact reason. It's just not worth it. You actually lose more money.
Mm.
Just getting a water. Just getting a water. I'm so thirsty. So thirsty. I was going from hell 9 came off the subway. Fucked up now. Fucked up.
Why don't you get one from the supermarket?
Because I didn't even go into the supermarket. I just. Hold on, I'm getting water. Could I just get a pump water, please? Thank you. Thanks. Alright then.
How is that shift?
Oh, Ian,
What's up?
not bad. Not bad.
Mm. Miss you.
Miss you. Oh, that was so good. I'm so fucking thirsty. I gotta go back to work now, so I'll talk to you later.
Alright,
Speak
Chunky.
soon.
Love
Love
you.
you.
See you soon.
Love you. Love you.
Love
Bye.
you. Bye.
Exactly.
A lot. That's what I'm saying. Everyone always looks at the cost of something in terms of like the money they lose in that situation. But you have to think of the money you're going to lose in the next few months by not doing X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
Like having peace of mind is worth so much money because having peace of mind is going to help you make so much more money.
Yeah.
So if you can pay X amount of money for extra employees so that you can have now more peace of mind, that's worth so much. That's why rich people have security.
Yeah. Yeah, they're protecting them.
Well, not only are you protecting like the physical assets you have, which
Peace of mind.
the jewelry and stuff, let's say you're walking around wherever, but then they can like walk around without worrying about someone running up on them. So they can actually just focus on enjoying their day, making more money, and then they just pay a couple $1,000s for maybe a couple security guards and they're good.
Yeah. And even paying for like not having people coming talking to them, taking their time. How much is their time worth? I don't know. A couple
For
of
famous people, yeah.
a lot per minute. So
Yeah.
can't afford to be doing that. So yeah, literally within like an hour, like they get, or even less, like their investment is paid off. So
Yeah.
Makes
You guys got to start looking at things as an investment, not I spent this much money. Everything's an investment. And if you're not investing, then you're playing the game wrong. Everything you do, just think, how am I investing this next hour of my life? How am I investing this $1,000 I have? How am I investing this day of my life? What have I achieved? What have I created? And whenever I have this mindset, I always get more done. Whenever I don't think like this and I'm not so conscious with my day, I'm just kind of like drifting. Yeah, do.
yeah.
I never get as much done. And like you said, it only takes a bad conversation. Maybe you have an argument with someone, maybe you're annoyed by something, and then all of a sudden, the days just kind of slip by, you're not really sure what you've done.
Yeah.
That's like the worst feeling in the world.
That's why I like calendars so much.
Yeah.
Calendars are so good. Because you can visually see where all your time went. Like, I know, for example, today I wasted 45 minutes at like around 1 p.m.
Doing what?
Like, I don't know, I just ate for a little bit too long, and then I was watching this interesting video, and it wasn't like anything productive. It was like 45 minutes, like, but then it's like, I know I saw in the calendar, I had the next calendar reminder, or I have this call to do this, get back on track. So, no, I like the calendars a lot. I think it also suits like my personality. I like being super organized, so I think that works for me. But calendar is super good. I don't know, I wouldn't be able to, I think I told you earlier, I wouldn't be able to like live properly or be productive, I think, without it. I'm sure I'd figure out a way, but yeah, it helps so much. You just like visually see where all the time goes.
Yeah, I don't use calendars so much, but yeah, you have to know where your time is going.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people delude themselves into thinking they're working 12 hours a day, and if you actually look at the numbers, it's like it's 3 hours.
Yeah, like I think the biggest thing for a lot of people to do is just like time yourself when you're actually working on like focus work. And you think you work 10 hours a day. It's really like 2 or 3 of like focus work. And like that's like the answer. That's why maybe you're not doing as well as you want to. So
It's literally the answer. Because all the people you're competing with are also spending 10 hours working, but they're actually spending 2 or 3. So you're kind of just all like shitting. Like you're all being shit. But if you actually start working 10 hours, 11 hours of focused work, you're going to destroy everyone because no one actually does that.
Yeah.
So instantly you just destroy people because you're actually working.
Yeah.
Instead of procrastinating and pretending and scrolling TikTok.
And the difference is huge as well. Like you'll see results way quicker because you could produce a lot in like 10 hours. A lot. I think also something with like entrepreneurs and people working on a business is that like they feel like they're working, but they're also doing a bunch of other stuff at the same time and like spreading themselves thin, not really actually achieving anything. So it's like you need to like stop focusing on like the distractions and stuff and just focus on like one thing, just like properly focus on it. Otherwise you spend,
Have you seen people do that mistake?
yeah, quite a few times. I think everyone's been guilty of it at one point. But yeah, it's like you fill your day with a whole lot of nothing. Like it's better to spend like 3 hours of focused work and it's like go chill on the beach for the other 7.
Yeah, that's the thing.
You know?
I was saying this to Damien the other day. I was just making the point that could we be getting the exact same results in our life right now while working half the time? And it's like, to be honest, if we're being truthful, like probably, yeah. So it's like, then we're just wasting time.
Yeah,
And
energy.
I'm a multi-millionaire, you know? So it's like, I'm saying this as someone who's like in a lot of you guys' dream position. And I mean this with like absolute like respect. I'm just saying, there's so much potential a human being has. Like, I really believe if you're not a billionaire, like, you're not even using your time wisely. Like, I don't think I'm using my time wisely in the grand. I can't say I've used the first few years of my life wisely because how am I not a billionaire by now? Zuckerberg was a billionaire at 26. Like, I'm really not.
He's a billionaire at 26.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I don't think anyone's really spending. I think basically everyone's not spending.
Because it
100%.
compounds, though, like you were saying that, okay, you think you're working 10 hours, but in reality it was 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
Well, then, okay, but that's every day for years and years. So, and knowledge compounds. They say knowledge is the 8th wonder of the world. It compounds. So really, how much information and how much extra gains did you miss out on by working 2 or 3 hours instead of 10? Really, like fucking 1,000,000%. Like it's unlimited. It's like literally insanely much of a difference. It's insane. So there's no limit on it.
100%. I think no one spends. Yeah, otherwise everyone would be like, super successful. Like no one's 100% focused on what they're doing. No way.
But even these conversations are useful because then you start analyzing your own life. Unless you're a dumb person, you'll be like, okay, yeah, you're actually right. Like, where is my time going?
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like, okay, if you haven't done many sales calls for that day, or you haven't done much marketing, whatever your business is, you haven't done much. Again, it depends on which business you have, right? But like, where is what are you actually doing?
Yeah. I think you asked it sometimes on a live call, like,
What are you actually doing?
yeah,
What the fuck are you actually doing? Like, yeah, what are people doing?
yeah,
You know, I've noticed this. I notice this in other people. I sometimes do it myself, but I'm definitely better at this than the average person. That's why I am where I am. But I see a lot of people, let's say they're replying to DMs on Instagram
yeah,
or any platform, or they'll do something. They'll reply to a couple DMs. They'll do 2 DMs. Then they'll go off the app and they'll, I don't know, let's think of an example.
watch TikTok videos.
Go TikTok for a couple of videos. They'll reply to the girlfriend on WhatsApp, and then they'll get distracted by the WhatsApp because then they'll see another notification. Then they'll go on Twitter, and then they'll,
Yeah.
like, I thought you were doing Instagram DMs. And this happens to everyone. I've seen this with so many people.
Yeah.
Like, everyone gets distracted.
Just drifting. I mean, if you're fully focused on just that one task, then that TikTok thing wouldn't even come to your mind. Like, you'd be so focused on this one thing.
You know, I've noticed this in my own life. When I've been the most locked in, I don't even remember anything else in my life besides what I was, like, I don't even remember watching another video on social media. Like, a couple of years ago when I first moved to Dubai, I don't remember ever watching anything from anyone. I don't remember anything. It's all just like one big, like, me just like being obsessed. I can't remember anything.
Yeah.
I don't remember ever watching a video on YouTube back then. I can't remember. I can't remember.
That's proper focus. Proper
I
focus.
was locked the fucking. I couldn't have been more focused. I could have been smarter, but I couldn't have been more focused. I was literally absolutely doing my best.
Hey, you said you used to run to like the office.
Yeah, I was literally running to the office, running to the toilet. I'm not saying you have to. I just wanted to because I just was so excited to just do more.
Yeah.
was like,
voice note while pissing.
Yeah, like people would say, Hassan, why are you making a voice note while you're like clearly urinating? I was like, because I want to. Time is money. And you know, the people who fuck with that kind of content and that raw style, they'll buy you money anyway.
Yeah.
But just, you know, I really think in life, and this is not something I think actually, I know, everybody wants to be friends with, or every girl wants to date, or every employee wants to work for the kind of person who's just excited by their own future. If you're really excited by life and where you're going, everyone wants to be your friend, or if it's a girl, they want to date you, or like I said, if someone wants to work for you, or someone wants to partner up with you in business, because they just know, as long as we're on this person's ship, this person's plane, you know, we're going to get to where we want to get to in life. We should just hang on. Like, we're going to, you know, we're going to be fine. I really think that's how life is.
Hey, lead from the front.
Yeah, lead from the front. And like, people get excited when you're excited.
Yeah.
Why is this guy excited? Like, yeah, like maybe life is good.
Yeah, and it's good energy. It's contagious.
It's
and
good energy.
Actually, they'll work harder with you. Yeah. Whereas if you're always like miserable and like, you don't, oh, this business is failing.
Yep.
Oh, this sucks. I don't know what I'm going to do. No, of course they're not going to want to work with you.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It makes complete sense. Okay, guys, we had a quick little delay. Anyway, back from the break. What were you saying, bro?
Yeah, so we're basically saying...
Francis just started laughing, basically. That's the problem.
Yeah, so basically I was saying that, like, if your energy is shit, like, if your energy is terrible, no one's going to want to work with you. So, like,
Yeah.
have your energy that's going to carry the team. It's going to, you know, build the business. So, yeah, super important. Super important.
Yeah, I think a lot of people in life overestimate the importance of money, status, connections, and they underestimate the importance of energy, conviction, mindset, will to win, determination, hunger. You know, my favorite quote is the moral is to physical is 3 is to 1. And it's just basically saying that, yeah, your mindset is 3 times more important than physically your situation. You could have 50K in the bank and another guy can have 10K in the bank. The guy with a better mindset with 10K is going to beat the guy with a shit mindset with 50K. The guy with 50K in the bank is just going to keep all the money in the bank and not even use it. So effectively he has 0 because he's not even deploying his money. The guy with 10K is going to use every penny wisely to help his business grow to the next level. Whose business is going to flourish? Whose business is going to win? The guy with 10K in the bank who's actually spending it. So everything is your mindset and your determination and your commitment to actually scaling and getting to the next level ultimately. So you guys have to decide for yourself that you're sick of having a 9-to-5 job. You're sick of playing small. You're sick of being broke. You're sick of not being able to go out where you want. Okay, guys. Francis has just been laughing for the last 3 minutes, so I'm sorry for the cuts. We have to put him on blast because... Francis, why are you laughing?
Just unprofessional, that's all.
He's just being unprofessional,
Yeah.
but... Anyway. Alright, maybe we should just wrap it up now, boys, because Francis is just laughing.
No, let's continue. Let's give this some more value. I feel... No, let's continue.
We have to end on some valuable points.
Yeah. Kind of laugh. I kind of end on some laughs.
Okay. Any 1 minute left? Oh, apparently the camera only has... Because the camera only has 1 minute more storage. Alright, let's just wrap this up.
What's like the one final tip takeaway from the whole podcast?
Spend more money to make more money. You have to increase your energy. You have to make a commitment that you want more out of life, and you need to join your money, get around like-minded people, ambitious people, because ultimately that's what's going to change your environment the most. Everyone talks about getting a new office, getting a new desk, you know, moving city. But the biggest change to your environment is the 5 or 6 people you spend the most time talking to, changing those people.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
It's actually good value. Super good value. But yeah.
All right, we're not cutting those things.
All right, cool.
All right, that's Francis. Follow his Instagram below or something.
Yeah.
Or don't if you think he's unprofessional. And follow my Instagram as well. See you boys in a bit. Bye.
Alright guys, so that was the truth about making money and becoming successful. That was a very interesting podcast. So yeah, I definitely learned a lot from that, guys. But yeah, that's where the video ends. Please leave a like and subscribe if you guys are new. And yeah, click a video on screen now.